Those annoying mice made a big mess in the back corner of the theater. They tried to chew their way into our box of props, and they left their droppings all over, but no real harm was done, and I got it cleaned up easily. It's a good thing that Noah and I rearranged those boxes, putting the heavier, tougher ones on the bottom and the more delicate and important contents on the top, so they'd have more trouble getting into them. After all, being nice to mice does not mean letting them destroy everything. Hey, Granny. Well, hello, Noah. What are you up to today? Oh, I was reading my Bible. You know, Granny, some humans say the Bible is boring. They should read 1st and 2nd Kings and the Chronicles. They're full of war and spies and murders and all kinds of exciting history, and that doesn't even count the miracles that Elijah and Elisha were doing. Well, that's sure true. Those two prophets did lots of stuff that was almost exactly the same. They both parted the Jordan River and provided ways for widows and their children to survive, and each one of them brought a boy back from the dead. Well, yes, and there were some things they did that were similar, too. Elijah brought rain to Samaria after a drought, and Elisha healed bad water at Jericho so the humans could drink and water their crops. Elijah was fed by ravens, and Elisha miraculously provided food for the prophets. Both called God's punishment down on people who insulted them. Elijah on soldiers twice, and Elisha on boys who taunted him, and on his servant who betrayed him. Elijah was the only one who went to heaven in a chariot of fire. Yes, and Elisha was the only one who helped 3 allied countries win a battle, healed an enemy general of leprosy, and made an axe head float. And he caused a large force of enemy soldiers to go temporarily blind. That miracle is making me think you're right about being nice to all those pesky, rotten, nasty, destructive, annoying, evil little rats. Well, that's about the most mixed-up thing I ever heard said. Well, the king of Aram thought there must be a traitor in his camp because Israel's king always knew his plans before he even carried them out. But his officers told him no, it was Elijah the prophet who was telling Israel what he was doing. And the enemy king did not like that, not one little bit. Nope, he sent a big force of soldiers to capture Elisha. When Elisha and his servant got up the next morning, they were surrounded by enemy troops. The servant was terrified. He said, my Lord, what shall we do?" Elisha told him not to be afraid, as there were more on his side than there were with the enemy. He prayed for God to open the eyes of the servant, and they saw an army of fiery chariots all over the hills between them and the enemy. Aram never had a chance. Elisha prayed again, and for the enemy to be blinded, and they were. He went down to them and told them they were on the wrong road, and if they'd follow him, he would take them where they wanted to go. He took them right into Samaria, and then he prayed for their eyes to be opened, and boy, I wish I could have seen the look on their faces when that happened. Well, that would have been a sight, all right. Oh, Granny, bad joke. Yes, well, perhaps, but it made you laugh. When the king of Israel saw them, he asked if he should kill them all, but Elisha said no, it wouldn't be right to slaughter captives. He told the king to give them some food and water and send them back to their master. So the king gave a big feast for them and sent them home to their king. The enemy went home and stopped raiding Israel. It was kindness that won that war. Yep, I know that it doesn't always work, and sometimes armies have to fight, but kindness is always worth a try. Jesus taught us to love our enemies and be kind to those who wish us harm. Yes, and in Romans 12:17 through 21, we are taught never to repay evil for evil, but to be careful to do right in the eyes of everyone. It is possible, as far as it depends on you, to live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my friends, but leave room for God's wrath.
For it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. On the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Ooh, just like Elisha told the king to do. What? Oh, I'd love to heap coals of fire on the heads of those mice. Now, Noah, that means to make your enemies feel guilty enough to change their ways.
Either way, I'll take it.
Well, come on back into the theater then, and we'll try to think of some nice things to do for the mice. Okay, maybe Joanna would like to join us. I'll get her. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Do unto others what you would have them do to you. Be kind, be honest, be good and loving too. The Lord commands us, it is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Do unto others as you would have them do to you.